25-26 season. From Oldbury and Frank.
Man, they've got all that, because that's for the next 2 years though, that's the only problem. Football web page has started working yet for the Northern Premier League. Oh, it's FA Vars Day today. Yeah, he's managed to position himself as far away from all the fans as possible.
What were you doing here the other night?
No. I think it's a reaction to that. I think the young lads tried to go destroy that flag they started taking down there. But a typical kid, as soon as they got close to him, they didn't do that. Yeah. Checks from our referee, and here we go. So Stocksbridge Park Steels get us underway back towards Townsend, who will just take it 2 feet, can pick it up when he wants to, but instead will take his time with it and roll it out in front of him before launching it forward, looking for Rawson. Heads it on, Tommy Marshall will get it. It's Baker Eshlak's in the middle, but Marshall is teetering low and hit not far off. It was, the first we thought that lob cross was going to end up, well above the bar. Bland. Stocksbridge presses, working well as Bland will get it out, looking towards the right and headed away well by Tinker, but only going to go back now to McGrath. In fact, trying to find the right side again. Will find it well, but then Deakin, tackles, just giving it back to the midfielder. Into middle, looking for Timon, but Eagledon steps in and clears it away. But it's only back now with Hawkins. Ball down the channel to the right-hand side. Looking to get it onto his left, but being held up. Back out now to Hawkins, puts the ball in, blocked. And then here comes a volley over the bar, and caught that, hit a house then for a second. It's Cameron Wilson scoring for the team relegated to that division. Well, going forward, head away into the field. O'Connor knocks it forward before it's cleared up. Owen will head it up away into the air. Turner fighting for it sideways, but loses out. Chimalio will continue forward, turns well onto his right, takes a shot. Met by a brilliant tackle by Turner. Chimalio gets the ball back though, and then Stocksbridge eventually do almost get away. They just pass it back to Collins. Collins out to the left now to... Hello and welcome to live commentary of the Northern Premier League Premier Division match between Stocksbridge Park Steels and Warrington Rylands. We're sponsored by R&R Car and Van Hire, and I am Adam Allcroft, your commentator this afternoon. It's a rematch of an FA Trophy game from last year. It was Neil Reynolds' first game in charge for the Rylands. After a really tough start where Warrington Rylands were at the bottom of the NPL Prem, Reynolds got a win on his first day with a penalty shootout victory, and then they went on to become a force in that division, even though they weren't able to make the playoffs like they would have wanted to start the year. The Steels, though, here today, they are looking for their first win of the season. A very disappointing loss at home to Cleethorpes on Wednesday night. Obviously, we can say what we think about certain decisions, but we must move on from that now and support the team as they look to get on with the match today. So let's go through the teams for you now as Townsend looks to put the ball in the centre circle for reasons I'm not sure of why he's up there. So for Stocksbridge, it's Ben Townsend in goal, then Tom Charles, Connor Smythe, he comes in for Jack Tinker, who's away today. Curtis Turner, the captain, Elliot Owen and Jazz Gandry. James Morris, Sam Kay comes in for his first start. He replaces Alex O'Connor. Luke Rawson, Oliver Grezak, and then Jordan Barnett. He also makes his first start. He replaces Jack Watson, who goes to the bench. The bench is Jack Crook, Alex O'Connor, Tommy Marshall, Jack Watson, and Thomas Bull. Jack DeGruchy, who had that hamstring issue at the end of the game against Cleethorpes. He is ruled out today. So, referees, hey, they don't know how to perform to an audience. They're showing their back to us. Someone needs to go teach them GCSE drama. You never show your back to the audience, to the main stand. But the two number 4s here, as we'll go through Warrington Rylands line-up, it's Luke Pillin in goal, then Clive Smith, Guy John Hall, Dean Furman, the former Alden midfielder, as captain, Scott Halding, Matthew Reagan, Benjamin Hardcastle, Jenny LeBlanc Akpo, Eric Hussaini Yahaya, Jake Burton, and Ian Caddick. Their bench is Alex Kawamya, the nephew of former Steel Chris Kawamya, James Neal, Ben Huff, Charlie Martin, and Chris Smith. Sam Kay stands over the ball, ready for kick-off. Just a final few checks. Our referee today, William Murray, assisted by Alexander Moore and Ryan Dobson. So, and here we go. The Steels get us underway on the yellow shirts, blue shorts, blue socks, kicking from left to right, while Warrington Rylands in the all-red kit, kicking from right to left, and Stocksbridge immediately just kick the ball out for a throw-in. Over in the middle, headed away by Turner. Barnett will knock it on, Rawson will chase, but Holding will try to hold him off and does actually get it knocked off Rawson for a Warrington throw. Back here with Clive Smith. Launches it upfield, headed away by Gundry. Kay then knocks it forward. Barnett knocks it further forward. Morris was looking for it, but cleared away by Reagan. As the Charles heads it back, and this could be a chance for Warrington Rylands, but Sam Kay just nipped in quickly, and Turner will switch it out to Barnett. Barnett just misjudged the ball there, and it went past him. It will go out for a throw-in. It's his first start today. He's made very good impressions all coming on, and fans were hoping he started. They've got their wish. We will, of course, keep you up to date with other MPL Prem games and other local fixtures, as well as some of the FA Vars games that have got underway. There'll already be a goal in the local fixture. Frickley are 1-0 down to Maghull. Sam Smith has scored for the away team. Smythe makes his first appearance for the Steels today. He's tried to knock it forward, but it's been out into by Caddick, out to Smith, who gets it forward to Owen, who tries to enter midfield, takes a little block, and Kay will now knock forward, look for Morris, but collected there by Hall, back into Reagan, who launched it forward, been held up well, and out to the wing to Dean Furman, who's moved to the left, forward to Hall, he cuts into the middle, back into the midfield for Caddick. He's finding some more space in the midfield, gives it over to Hardcastle, back into Smith, out to the right now of Rylands build, but they're forced to get it back into defence once again with Holding. Now Reagan takes a touch, being pressed by Morris. Morris trying to get a foot in, Reagan's trying to protect it and give it back to Pillin. It's a good press by Morris, forced Warrington Rylands back to their goalkeeper, who now it's sent forward. Owen will head it away, gets it to Kay. His touch though, just give it back to Yahaya. And now it's a loose one. Grezlak gets into back to Owen. He's only sliced up in the air. Grezlak will get to it though. Heads back to Charles. Chests it down. High launch into the air. Can't keep it in. Will go out for a throw-in just above Neil Reynolds here, who sat on a little stool to enjoy the game. He can't do. He wants the eye level of Marcelo Bielsa, but I don't think he's got the thigh muscles of the Argentinian. Back now with Hall, who launched it forward, goes over Charles' head, and will just follow that. And it's a little shunt there to Yahaya, but nothing given as it goes out for a goal kick. Quickly taken one to Gundry. Sends it forward, he's looking for Rawson. Rawson gets a touch on, could fall to Grezlak, does fall to Grezlak, gets out to Morris. Morris into his feet, face up with Reagan, takes a shot, blocked, will go out for a throw-in. But it's some good early play from the Steels. Tom Charles will head up to take the throw-in. Goal in the Premier League. Bournemouth are 1-0 upon Wolves. Marcus Tavernier, the scorer. Ball will go now to the right here with Smith, with Charlesworth for the throw-in. Option throws it in the middle towards Morris, tries to bring it down, back to Charlesworth, tries to get past man, took a tackle in, and it's going to come off Charlesworth. Well, initially the linesman had given it as a Stocksbridge throw, and then the referee disagreed, and the referee has overruled the linesman. It will be a Warrington throw-in. Just realised we haven't started our clock here today to tell you how long the game has gone, so we will do that for you now while we are 4 minutes into this game. There's Warrington on the ball, nice little touch, but then Kay gets in. Rawson's going to chase it, a booming ball away, goes out to Edgelake, who tries to set it forward, high up into the air, then Furman knocks away, goes to Turner, back to Barnett, who will get it to Smythe. He sends one long searching for Grejlak. Nice ball, not far off from Grejlak, but the keeper Pilling comes out to collect. Switch from Rylands, gets it to Hall, put under pressure by Charles. Charles nips onto it, tries to slip Rawson through, blocked by Reagan, though it's a key one. Rawson would have been free in the box. Rylands have a bit of space in the midfield now. Coming forward with it is Caddick, gets it out here to Smith, carries on forward with it. Long run from him, out the right now to Akpo, back into midfield and out back to Holding. So Warrington Rylands just having to play from the back at the moment. Stocksbridge's shape is wide, having to do that. Furman in the centre circle, forward to Burton. Burton out to Hall, taking it under control. Looking for the overlap of Burton. Turner's trying to block him off, but Burton gets to it, though Turner's able to rob him of it and clear it out, but he only gives it back to his fellow captain Furman, who gets out left to Burton. Back to Furman. And clears it back into Holding, forward towards Hall, but he can't control it. Out for a Stocksbridge throw-in. But we're going to have a stoppage of play as Reagan is down, clutching his ankle. No contact injury. Warrington Rylands physio will go on to administer treatment. Concerning for Warrington Rylands already if they have to lose a centre-back this early into the game. Early goal in the Chesterfield match. They are 1-0 up on Harrogate Town. Darcy has scored. We're also going to have a change in football here as once again early on into the game it's flat. Seems to happen in every game at the moment. 6 minutes gone, the game will resume with this Stocksbridge throw-in. Reagan does look good on his feet and he should be able to return to the game shortly. He's looking for an option. Short to Turner, not back. It's not a great pass back by Turner, but Owen isn't challenged, so he can get this out to Gundry. Gundry tries to line up a ball forward. He's going to get blocked, and now he's been forced to dribble. He's not very comfortable with that as he sends it down the channel, and that's headed away by Smith. In the middle, tried to get it towards Smythe. He can't get the ball, but then it's Grejlak who's been held, and it will be a Stocksbridge free kick. If you are listening to us on the YouTube commentary, please do feel to get involved through the YouTube chat as the free kick is taken quickly. Barnett's looping ball is very high and over. We praised him before the game, the quality of his deliveries. That's not it, though. I think one of the things Stocksbridge will look to do in this game is get Barnett in that little killer position, you know, about 20 yards out on that left wing where he can put in some of the crosses that have looked very dangerous. It's where the first goal came from of the season. That consolation against Cleethorpes down. It was his cross for Thomas Poole in the middle, who is on the bench today. Ball forward from Pilling. Charles will head it away. Look for Morris. Head out by Reagan and out for a throw-in. Charlesworth now is looking for an option. Get it forward to Turner and big ball forward from him. Grejlak's trying to get it. He's trying to bring it down, but lose out in the physical battle, and Morris trying to get out of touch. Reagan nips in and clears it out for a Stocksbridge throw-in. Charlesworth will come forward for it. Throw now to Grejlak, back to Charlesworth. Has it under control to Grejlak, down the 1-2 block, but Grejlak will get it back, trying to find Kay. He's blocked again, and Warrington will now come away with the ball, and here he comes past Kay, forward, looking for Yahya. Townsend's well out his goal. He'll just boot that one away. It's going to stay in as well. Charles will Well, does a little push on Hall to get him away from the ball. Morris will try to get it with the back of his heel, but Warrington able to clear. Smythe will then head it away back to midfield, then head out to the right again, looking for Akpo, but the header from Smythe again knocks out will be a Warrington Rylands throw. Quickly taken. In from Turner though, then Grezlak. Grezlak was thinking of the dramatic pass, but then Baden now knocks it down the left, and it's a good pass looking for Rawson. Rawson is going to race to try and keep this in, and someone got a touch on it, and it's going to be a Rylands defender who did it. It's a Stocksbridge throw. Some early goals in the Rushall-Stockton game. Stockton had took the lead through Josh Scott before Alex Moore 4 minutes later equalised 1-1 between Rushall and Stockton. As there's another injury for Warrington Rylands, it's Scott Holding down, the other centre-back. Not sure, some very early issues here for Rylands, as the physio is already being worked quite a bit as she runs on to administer treatment once again. You just wonder what the warm-up was like for him to have two go down with strains early on in this game. Reagan was able to continue, and now it's Holding who is the concern. We just have this break in playing off. The other games going on today, and we've got Bamber Bridge. They are actually just taking the lead. Bamber Bridge, just come through as we were saying that. The goal scorer in that game is Kofi Moore. He's scored yet again for the Preston-based team. FC United are at home against Guiseley. That feels like an old-fashioned rivalry in a way. Gainsborough are home to Lancaster City. Hebburn at home to Cleethorpes. Hyde United against Whitby Town. Morpeth versus Ensford, one of the longest journeys this year. Stocksbridge versus Warrington Rylands, and Workington at home to Ashton. Treatment just continuing here. It's been a lengthy delay, and that's never a good sign when it's this long, the delay. I think there's a bit of frustration from the Stockbridge team that want to now get on with the match. Neil Reynolds also frustrated to see it's still on. He's now off the pitch, and now he is getting up, Holding, staggering, and he's going to go foot. He is limping towards the hoarding, so this game can continue while Warrington Rylands are down to 10 men. Smythe will get the ball back to 1-2, cross going, he takes a deflection. Head towards the edge of the area, not sure if we can make it to Grezlak. Goes to Owen. Owen just foot on ball, sideways to Gundry. Gundry will, look, he's looking to tee it up for himself, and now second time will put the ball into cross. Charles was looking for it far post, well claimed by Pilling, who had the space to challenge. And easily came for him in the end. Ball forward, he's looking for Akpo. Over the top of him, Smythe originally blocked it, but then Akpo was able to get onto it on the second attempt. Trying to get past Gundry now, Akpo, and Gundry gets onto the ball and dispossesses him. Forster wins his own touchline in the box, but smart pass out to Smythe, gets some applause from the home fans here. Forward look for Rawson, Dubs to get it towards Barnett. Cleared away, Kay will try and get a touch out towards Grezlak, but headed back look for Turner. Grezlak gets in forward towards Morris, but cleared away if we can get to him. Warrington's defence trying cutting off supply between the midfield and the front three at the moment very nicely, and then Warrington will clear it out, will be a Stocksbridge throw-in. And there's going to be an early sub now for Warrington Rylands. Holding can't continue, he is going to be replaced by James Neal. Back with Charles. Sends the ball forward, looking for Rawson, goes over the top rim for it's headed away. Back though to Morris, who wanted a switch option, there wasn't one. So it's short to Turner, now to Kay, back to Turner, who's looking for Charles on the right. Very high ball, Charles have headed it in towards the box. Grezlak, look for the ball in, ball across goal, cleared away by Neal before it can make it to Morris at the far post. Corner kick steals, but it's really good football from Stocksbridge. Hyde United are 1-0 up against Whitby. Antoine Macaulay, the scorer. Ball will be on this right-hand side now. Jordan Barnett, the scorer. The scorer, not the scorer, the taker. Corner going towards the far post. Two men went into it, Gundry and Rawson, each other's way, went over the bar. If one of them had just ducked out of it, I think it'd have been 1-0. Brilliant corner though. Just noticed a former MPL player, Declan Howe, has just scored for Scunthorpe United, formerly of Cleethorpes Town and Gainsborough Trinity, now playing for the Iron. Just seen that the Warrington Rylands physio is heading over to hold in store on that touchline in hold with the crutches. Look forward now from Pilling. Headed on by Yahya, but Turner will clear. And behind by Reagan. Rawson being penalised for pushing it back. Sheffield Wednesday are 1 goal down. The former Blade Kiefer Moore has scored for Wrexham. Kiefer Moore with one of the great assists at Wembley Stadium in the playoff final. And the ball is back now with Reagan to take this free kick. Taking his time with it as Warrington Rylands do push men forward. Stocksbridge have had the better of this game in the first part of it. Long forward, headed on by Yahya. Head away to Gundry, then knocked by Hardcastle, knocked into the box. Townsend out to claim. Yahya was almost onto it. Townsend quickly forward, he's looking for Rawson, the long ball forward, and it's a good ball forward. Pillins come out and has to head it away and out for a throw-in. Wonder if Rawson might have quickly took it, but he says it's going to be allowed for Charles to come forward. It was a really nicely well opened ball by Townsend, who likes having assists and goals, and that sort of pass might get him an assist in this season. Go forward to Morris, back to Charlesworth, knocked forward, and then high loft across by Charlesworth. It's a poor one, over the bar it goes, and a goal kick. Barnett was waiting in that far post if better. Scott Holding is going to go behind that goal as he is slowly heading off with on his crutches. A real shame for Rylands. A blow early on in this game for them. So back for the goal kick. Ball going forward from Charles, and then headed away by Charlesworth. Okay, ghosted, but that just allowed Hall to get onto it. Clear for Owen will then head it back for Townsend as it went forward. Easily dealt with by the Steelers. They've had a good start. Going out to Charlesworth. Takes it out in front of him. Not forward, and he's looking for Barnett. And then head away before he can get to his path. It was a good run by Barnett, but well read by Smith, who was able to head it back. Quickly knocked out towards Hall. Takes it down his chest, met by Charles. Goal loops up in the air trying to get away. It's 50-50 between the two. As Morris nips in, then Charles got a foot in forward towards Rawson. Holds it up, lost it towards Grejlak. Grejlak back to Kay. Kay looks at the switch to Barnett. It's a great switch. Barnett then just loses the ball there to Caddick with a good tackle. Goes back to the defence. To Furman, then Smith going forward. Tackled by Morris. Morris looked for a shot, but well in by Furman, who knew what was going on there. That was the experience of the former South Africa international. Out. Men's not forward. Headed back into midfield then. Warrington get it forward. Headed away by Gundry. He wanted that header away. Wilson can only head it really to himself. He's challenging for it being held a bit though. Wants the free kick. Turner will help him out, and then a free kick will be given for that hold on Rawson. One of the Rylands fans wasn't happy about that, but it's actually quite rare we see one of these holds on Rawson get penalised. Barnett will take the free kick, but it's very central. He's going to be a struggle to put a ball into the box. That will cause a problem with this. Leeds UFCA, who've had a good start to the season, then 1-0 down at Grangetown Boys Club in the Vars. George McCowie has scored. Barnett now. Left-footed ball into the box. Headed into the 6-yard area, but Pillings there to claim it is near post. 18 minutes gone, it's going to remains 0-0. Probably the best I've seen Stocksbridge start a game this season. 4th game of the season. 1 win, or 1 draw, 2 losses in the first 3. Not the record they'd have wanted. This is a good tackle from Smythe, out to Rawson on the left. Smythe continues to go forward. Rawson, back it goes to Turner. Knocked over the top, looks for Barnett. Barnett then just goes down suddenly. No contact, I didn't think. I don't know if it was an attempt to get a penalty. If it was a particularly poor one. Just to show you how bad that Holding must be injured, by the way. A few minutes ago we said he was moving from the left-hand side of the goal. He's now over the right-hand side in front of one of the fans and still really struggling, going very slowly with a bit of help from the coaching staff of Rylands. Really bad injury that he's got. Ball forward from Pilling. On by Yahaya, good header on. Owen will then head it out, and Kay goes to the right hand side, tracking it forward, but only gives it back to Hall, and now it's Burton on the ball. Burton control it forward to Yahaya. Out left to Hall, and well in from Grejlak will be a Rylands throw. Quickly taken to Caddick, gets it out, right, switches it over to Neil, who'll come forward, the substitute that was on for the injured Holding. Cuts in, looks to get on his left, but then passes it out to Caddick. Out over to Hall, who goes forward with the ball. Looking to switch on to his right, and Grejlak's going on, but he misses the tackle. He's trying to go here, and then Charles knocks the ball out, and then Morris is onto it. Morris continues forward with it. Back to Kay, then to Turner, out right to Morris, who switches out to Grejlak. Grejlak forward to Turner. Turner, then out to Morris, who will try to find Kay, but blocked before it can make it to him. Nice ideas, but didn't work out on that occasion. Hardcastle on the ball for Rylands. Outright it goes, and then into the middle. Almost won by Morris. Now on the left with Hall. And forward, looking for Yahaya. Owen facing. Yahaya's got onto the ball, takes it onto the left wing. Owen holding him up. Owen gets in the tackle, throwing for Rylands. Rylands just getting back into this one at the moment. Back out with Guy Hall to take this throw in. FC United have taken the lead against Guiseley. Goal scorer is Adam Lafondra. Back it goes and all the way back into the defence with Smith, who's tucked into centre back here with Neil moving it to right back. He's also took the captain's armband, kneeled. Forward he goes to Barnett, who launched it forward, but too far for Turner to chase. He'll be back for Pilling. Short out towards Smith, then to Neild, who will take it forward and then out to Furman. Back to Neil now, who's in the middle to Caddick, who's very deep and almost loses the ball to Morris. It is been put into the own box. It's going to be cleared away eventually by Smith. Only to Barnett. Barnett wants to put a crossing, but just couldn't do so. Right footer does put a ball into the box, but it's not a good one. Knocked away by Caddick, and out it goes into defence. Well carried out. Now out onto the left wing here for Hall. Not forward. Nice what they brought down though by Burton before Owen gets in. Now back to Townsend, who boots that one away. He headed away before he can get to Barnett. Now back with Rylands in the midfield. Coming forward with it is Hardcastle. Finds Akpo on the right wing. In for Steeper. Back to Neild. He'll then switch it, and he finds Reagan, who's got a bit of room to roam at the moment as he continues forward. Sideways pass, then back to Reagan. Now out towards Hall. Switch ball into the middle. Trying to be brought down by Akpo. Gundry will clear it away. Then knocked forward. Knocked away by Kay. Grejlak gets in, and there's going to be a 50-50, and it's going to be given Rylands way. Free kick to Rylands in a dangerous position. 20 yards, quite central, but Townsend and the wall will need to be key. A tricky one for the Steels to deal with here. Four-man wall at the moment for Stocksbridge. I think it's turning into a five-man wall. Townsend constructing it as he likes. A couple of people over it, Dean Furman and Benjamin Hardcastle. The lads looking to take this. Three minutes gone, and the Seals have a tough one to deal with at the moment. Turned into a 6-man wall for the Steels. It's just going to be Hardcastle, will be a right-footed one. Here comes Hardcastle. Good shot, it's on target, but claimed by Townsend. Right into his arms in the end. Stocksbridge survive. Takes his time with Townsend, then right-footed, looking for Rawson. Reagan challenging him, but Reagan will head it away. It gets it to Caddick, forced back, gets it onto Hall, tries to flick it over Kay, and then Kay, well, couldn't get it past Kay the second time, and goes out for a throw-in. Charlesworth will take it. Before to Kay, then knocked forward and headed away into midfield, and Turner, first time pass blocked, and then knocked on, and now it's a chance to counter for Rylands as Burton comes forward, finds Akpo on the right wing. Akpo continuing forward, Smythe following him. Akpo, Turner pace on the right wing, clips a cross in behind everyone. Charlesworth slow to it, Charlesworth, and it's going to still be Rylands' ball. Caddick down the left, out to Hall, puts a cross in block, corner kick Rylands. Just their first corner of the game. Minutes gone, another set piece danger that Stocksbridge will have to deal with. Townsend in the 6-yard area. Scattered approach from Rylands. We need a new football though, and the ball boys were a bit slow to it. We need that to happen when we're 1-0 up. Backing goes now for Hardcastle to take. Hyde United 2-0 up on Whitby now. Ball from Lewis Roseford. Short corner into the box and back to Hardcastle. Takes on his right cross, looking for the far post. Back in the 6-yard area. Rawson got to head onto it. Still in the 6-yard area. Charlesworth heads it off the line. Kay clears. Well constructed set piece from Rylands. Stocksbridge though equalled them in the defence. Reagan will take the throw in. Taking his options in, looking for Yahaya. Try to hold it up, bad touch, out for a Stocksbridge throw. That will end the attack for now. So back now for Charlesworth to take. Looking for the throw in, and he said he's going to take a shot to Townsend after not liking his options in front of him. Will take the touch, out now to Charlesworth. Trying to take past man, does take it past his man. Left-footed pass, look for Rawson. Good touch by Rawson. He's on some space on as he moves towards the left, continuing down the left. Got no one to pass there, and then eventually runs into a brick wall of Thurman, who clears it away. Knocked on by Akpo, and it will go. And it will be a last touch from Gundry, who is not happy with that decision. And it is a throw for Rylands. By the way, just note Swallownest are 1-0 up against City of Liverpool. Adam Stubbs the scorer. Issue, I think, where the throw-in is being taken, but James Neal now goes over to take this throw-in. Neal will get the ball back, lofted ball, and head away by Kay. Knocked on by Morris, head away by Reagan. Turner can only hit it back, goes to Smythe. Smythe sends it down the line, and Morris is tracking, but should be a simple header away for Thurman. Goes back to Turner, will head out to the left. Brought down by Grejlak, knocks it forward, but too far forward of Morris. Back in the defence it goes to Smith. Clears it out. Gundry having a good rest of the match with Akpo, and as it goes back in towards Burton, be forced back. Barnett was switched onto the right wing at the moment. Morris on the left trying to get onto it. As it switched over toward looking for Akpo. Owen clear. Now Owen sends it forward, looking for Rawson, but Reagan heads it away. Then knocked on by Hall. Knocked on maybe by Kay. Headed back out towards Charles, heads it forward to Barnett. Tries to bring it down. More space than he thought to run into. Tried the pass, and it's now gone back to Pilling. Barnett just out forward into midfield to the Rylands. Forward towards Yahaya. Sorry, it's Akpo moving on to the left wing. Akpo on the left, looking for an option. Just as ball goes in, head away by Gundry. Grejlak heads out, and Morris will get it. Morris off ball over the top for Barnett. Barnett will get it. He's got a chance to put the ball into the middle. He's wanted to get it on his left though, but takes the shot over the bar, and that's a bit greedy from Barnett, for being honest. But he saw the chance for himself. He was looking for the near top corner. Over the bar it went. No. Remains 0-0. 29 minutes gone. 2-0 to Wrexham now against Sheffield Wednesday. Kiefer Moore has scored again. It's probably the best work he's ever done for Sheffield United. Today. Wasn't sold to Wrexham, and he's doing a good job in Phil Parkinson's system. Barnett then tries to 1-2 with Rawson, almost through into the middle to Grejlak, cleared away, and Stocksbridge are pushing forward now. Stretchers now here come out for Scott Holding. He's just on the bench at the moment. Throwing here with Smythe. Well, to Barnett, back to Smythe, who tries to knock it in, blocked again. It's actually come off Barnett last, it seems, and it will be given as a Rylands throw. That will end what was a positive steals attack for now. Thrown forward, headed away, and then knocked on by Barnett. No one there for it, and be easy enough for the goalkeeper. Luke Pillen then launched it forward. Charles will track it, can only head it out and onto the top of the bar, throwing for Rylands. To be taken by Hall. As Rylands look to press forward. Big ball forward, aired away by Owen. Kay gets a touch and then misses the clearance, and Burton gets onto it, tried to 1-2, and then Gundry boot away. Morris allows it to bounce, and Grejlak wins the 50-50, lofted towards Barnett, and then Travelling over the top. We're given a free kick, but Rawson was about to break free. It should have been given as an advantage, really, but Stocksbridge will get the free kick for the push in the back on Jordan Barnett. Be a free kick just on the edge of the centre circle. Townsend will take this free kick inside the the Warrington hands off. I'm just thinking about that game over in Wales where Wednesday is suffering. Townsend, right-footed. Ball into box is a dynamite of a ball, headed away. Turner, one touch pass to Grejlak. Tried the one touch towards the left, but it's going to be covered by Reagan. He's just trying to allow that to go out for a goal kick. Turner fighting, but Reagan does his job and will be a Rylands goal kick. Some goals in the Northern Counties to tell you about. Sheffield FC, they are losing to Albion Sports. Somali Cisse, the scorer. While Wombwell, our opponents in the FA Cup, they are 2-0 up against Parkgate Eat, who are our opponents in the Sheffield Senior Cup. Jordan Kershaw and Ollie Robinson have scored for the Wellers. Ball back now with Pilling. 32 minutes gone in this game. And the ball forward. Akpo got a touch as it went out to play. Stocksbridge throwing. Into middle K, then Charles slices the ball. Gundry, big header away. Back, Porfing, Smith, and then knocked over the top here to Barnett. Barnett lays it through to Rawson. Rawson takes a touch. Good tackle goes in. He was waiting to get it onto his left. Rawson. Back with Grejlak. Cross going in towards the near post. Pilling collects. Oh, it just didn't fall in time for Rawson. The tackles come in much quicker than they do in the division below, as I think Luke Rawson is finding out. Caddick holding on to the ball. Back it will go for Paul. Forward, hit away by Owen. 2K, who takes a turn and then knocks it down out, but Reagan will collect it, and Being pressed by Barnett. Well, we've got a tackle in. We'll go out for a Warrington Rylands throw, but it's a good tackle from Barnett, who came all the way from the left wing onto the right hand side to get that tackle in. Reagan throws the ball forward to Caddick, then knocked in into another Rylands throw in a few yards down where it was originally. Forward and knocked on by Yahya, but being taken forward in a big shunt from Owen. He'll give away the free kick. I think that's fair enough. It was a shoulder check. Thrown back now to Caddick, who takes it quickly and behind to Smith. Now out to Neild. Out forward to the right and then back it goes to Neil. Poor ball by Rawson, who could have just got a lot more experience or might have been able to nip onto that. Back it goes into Pilling. Pilling will launch it forward. Headed on by Akpo. Charles have got a clean touch onto it, and then it will end up going out for a throw in, and Rylands will get the throw in. I think Guy Hall was trying to get Charles off book there for kicking the ball as it was going out of play. I think it was an honest attempt, which is why it wasn't. Good tackle from Morris, going back to Kay, goes forward. Rawson gave up on that as he was blocked by Reagan, which is a quite disappointing sight to see. Out to Neil now. Taking it forward into the middle. Trying and being blocked by. That applause is for Scott Holden, whose passing is now on crutches, being helped actually by welfare officer Laura Towler. Will out, is it Yaya? Oh yeah. Tries a sideways pass. Awkward ball back and goes forward. Gundry got to tackle him, but back to Furman. Forward, back to Akpo. Yahaya's calling for it in the middle. Good tackle in from Smythe, and they're looking for a goal kick. It's not going to be given with a corner. Second corner for Rylands. They had that quite clever little routine last time that Stocksbridge were equal to, but it was executed well. So it only takes one slip up from the Steel's defence if they continue to do that sort of corner. So it is. Coventry City are already 4-0 up on QPR. Haji Wright, the latest scorer. He's an American international wanting to get to the World Cup on home soil next year. That's more applause for Scott Holden as he continues heading towards the changing rooms. It's unfortunately a very long journey for him. Here comes corner, very low one. Flicked on by Akpo, not far off. It hits the back post of the goal. Another clever little routine from Rylands, who I wonder if they're the first non-league club to have a set-piece coach. Because it's those sort of routines we're seeing. Another goal in a Sheffield fixture, but one at Bramall Lane. Sheffield United are 1-0 down to Millwall. Luke Kundle has scored for the Millwall Lions. Neither Sheffield team, in the professional rank anyway, yet to even get a point. It's not going well, football in this city. And the knocks forward, done by Barnett. Goes to Morris, back to Turner. Into Smythe, forward it goes to Barnett, tries to get the pass in the middle, forward to Smythe, pass blocked in the middle, and then we're in from Morris, who wins the ball back, out to Charlesworth. Charlesworth puts the cross in, high dangling one, head away, edge of the area, brought down by Greyslack. Tackle goes in to the right hand side, headed on, and Akpo will look to turn his encounter. Kay gets in on it, good head from him, and then he's going to boot that one out for a throw in. The only team in the boundaries of Sheffield to win are actually Handsworth. Because we yet to win, and neither are, a league game anyway, and neither are Hallam. Sheffield FC, of course, being in Dronfield, North East Derbyshire. Just before someone says that in the comments. We've Owen will collect it, forced back and cleared out. Okay, tries to head to right, loses track of it. That allows Akpo to get into the middle, up forward. Charlesworth launched forward. Rawson will look to chase this. He's going one-on-one with Clive Smith as he looks to hold up the ball, and he holds up really nicely. He he's looking for some space for the cross, puts the cross in, Barnett over the top of him, and Neil to chase down, then it's won by Turner, and the tackle goes in. It will be a corner kick on the left-hand side, the first corner for the Steels today. Turner will go to take this one, as he goes on the first one from the left wing. Be a right-footed effort. Here it comes, corner into the middle, punched away by the keeper. There's a foul on the keeper there after he's punched away, and referees make sure there's no after between Owen and Pilling for that. Reagan shoves Owen away. Disappointment that the corner ended in that. But Pilling will get the ball back now. So, just a little delay for Pilling to get this and get everyone back in position. 54 minutes gone in this game. Actually, 39 minutes gone. Our clock's broke again. Referee giving his okay. And we are now back underway in this game. Headed on by Yahya. Almost run onto by Akpo. Charles just has to get it away. Throw into Rylands. Back for Hall to take this throw in. Back to Hall. Now to Furman. Good footwork from him. Out it goes to Hall down the left, and Charlesworth will just get that out of play. Back now with Townsend for his goal kick. Whitby have got one back against Hyde. Matty Time has scored again. Owen just clears the ball upfield. Reagan takes Rawson, comes in and nips it off him. Back to Turner. Barnett's in space, finds Barnett. He has to come back to get it though. Ball into the middle to Woe Morris, who just can't get the right touch on it. Bounces away from him. Rylands out to clear. Owen tries to get onto it, but Akpo's first. It's 2-on-2 for the Rylands. Akpo goes onto the left wing. It's a good opportunity for Rylands. He moves into the box on the left-hand side. Down to the touchline, but it's a really poor dribble that takes him out of play for a goal kick. It's a huge let-off for the Steels. It's a perfect position to pull the ball back, but space ran out for Akpo. Goal in the north-east. Hebburn are 1-0 up against Cleethorpes Town. Cleethorpes are one of the few teams that have got no points. 3 teams had no points going into this game. Would overtake us on the table. We wouldn't be, and would put us into the relegation zone for the first time. Oh, Heather. After left into the middle to Grezlak. Sideways to Kay. He's got space. He's going to try the pass to Charlesworth. I thought he was going to go for it after how close he was against Ashton. Ball's cleared out to Owen, who switches out to the left to Smythe, who brings it down. In middle to Turner. Out to left now to Barnett, moving into the middle. Forward looking for Kay, but cleared away by Reagan. Out for a throw-in. I wonder if Cleethorpes can get the ball out of play in their build-up again. Smythe throws it to Kay, back to Smythe. Forward to Kay, ball goes forward, takes a little deflection and headed backwards, and Barnett's going to get onto the ball here. Puts a high lofted one in, it's a poor crossing. It's the first time we've seen Barnett getting that sort of position, and fortunately after how good they were on Wednesday night, that one lacked the quality it needed. Rushall have taken the lead against Stockton. Fenton heard the scorer. Stockton down to 10 men. Thomas Coulthard sent off. That means there'll be no Tom Coulthard when we face Stockton next Saturday. Ball Ball back to the right. Charles can only headed out for another Rylands throw-in. 43 minutes gone. Talking about Answorth earlier, they were the only team in Sheffield to get a win in the league this season, but they aren't getting it in the VAR so far. They're 1-0 down to Nostell Miners Welfare. Cyrus Rowe, the scorer. Headed behind from Hall, gives the ball to Barnett in the middle to Turner. Tries to get through too, but he was pressed out of the ball. Rylands get the ball back. Out right now to Neil. Neil coming forward with the ball. Moves it onto his left foot. Going forward with it. In the middle to Yahaya. Just trying to find space, and then Gundry just goes into his back, and it's a free kick from another dangerous position. This time a few yards away on the right hand side of that box. Liversidge are 1-0 in the Vars. They lead Camel Laird 1-0 through George Green, who was once signed for £1 million by Everton. Two minutes at a time here. The Steels will have to just hold on here. It's actually they've given the fault. They've actually put the ball about 5 yards back from where it actually took place. Don't know who that gives an advantage to. As Barton are 1-0 on Fackley, Ali Aldemir has scored. Hildcastle's the man on the ball. Don't know if it could go for a shot or a cross here. Going for the cross to the far post, and it's still in this volley. Knocked into the back in the 6-yard area by Burton and claimed by Townsend. Just taking his time with it. Some interesting score lines popping up in the Vars. The ball goes forward, out to left to Grezlak. Grezlak looking for the cross, right foot the ball. They're going to look for Morris. Pilling claims it over his head. Quickly thrown out. Case trying to chase Hall. Hall tries to start a counter forward to Akpo. Charles is going in, slowing him down. Charles slips as the tackle goes in, but they keep the ball in. Charles wins the ball high up. Charles goes forward. Can he find Rawson? Cross going in. Pilling claims again. Every cross Pilling has claimed. Ball launched forward, brought down well. Turner gets a foot in to Barnett. Back in the middle to Smythe. Out to Turner. Continuing forward. In the middle, and the tackle goes in over the top, and then lofted away by Smythe, knocked on, and Turner will get it on the left hand side. He keeps it in, looks to get his right, takes the block, and it will be a throw in next to the flag. Stocksbridge ending this half really well. Can they just nick one in the last 30 seconds of the first half? Hello, Port Turner saying great football both sides. We need a goal. We do. We've been on top for a lot of this first half, just not really being able to crack the defence so far. Back now. Trying to throw in the middle, and that's a poor pass back, and they're able to clear, but only to Turner. Tries to get it onto his left, does. Cross going in, blocked by his own player. It was Connor Smythe who blocked it. And now Rylands on the counter-attack through the legs of Grezlak, but Kay gets onto it. Kay's taking it out right to the right. Forward to Morris. Gets past the man, Morris. Needs a man in the middle. Rawson's unmarked. Back to Rawson. Takes the touch. Shoots a shot wide. Rawson should score. Takes maybe one too many touches. He curls it on an outward curve to the right. That's the end of the first half, and it really should be Steels 1, Warrington Rounds 0. Instead, it's 0-0, and that's the best chance right at the end there for Luke Rawson. Right, that's been the first half here from Adam Allcroft here and R&R, Arkart and Van Hire. We'll see you in 15 minutes. And this is the game we have been waiting for months as Danny Deakin stands over the ball. Final few checks from our referee, and here we go. So Stocksbridge Park Steels get us underway. Back towards Townsend, who will just take it 2 feet. Can pick it up when he wants to, but instead will take his time with it and roll it out in front of him before launching it forward, looking for Rawson. Heads it on. Tommy Marshall will get it. In space, Grezlak's in the middle, but Marshall is teetering low, and not far off. It was the first we thought that lob cross was going to end up well above the bar. Bland. Stocksbridge presses, working well as Bland will get it out looking towards the right, and Headed away well by Tinker, but only going to go back now to McGrath. In fact, trying to find the right side again. Will find it well, but then Deakin, tackle's just giving it back to the midfielder. Into middle looking for Timon, but Eagledon steps in and clears it away. But it's only back now with Hawkins. Ball down the channel to the right-hand side. Looking to get it onto his left, but being held up. Back out now to Hawkins, puts the ball in, blocked. And then here comes a volley over the bar. And thought that hit a house then for a second. Cameron Wilson scoring for the team relegated to that division. Well, going forward, head away into the field. O'Connor knocks it forward before it's cleared up. Owen will head it up away into the air. Turner fighting for it sideways, but loses out. Chimalio will continue forward, turns well onto his right, takes a shot. Met by a brilliant tackle by Turner. Chimalio gets the ball back though, and then Stocksbridge eventually do almost get away. They just pass it back to Collins. Collins out to the left now to Harrison. Harrison moving on this field, will take a shot. It ends up skimming on the ground, and Townsend will claim that pretty simply. Alex O'Connor and Curtis Turner hovering on the edge of the area. Deakin lofts it in, looking for Owen, gets the header, it's on target, but it bounced on the ground before Blanton gets it. Watts here, who will have a bit of a tussle with Tinker, and Tinker does well, gets it away, but nothing's been given for, that's Tinker went down, and then Tinker goes back and gets the second tackle there. Tinker will carry the ball forward. Ball going forward, looking for Grejlak, looks onto Marshall, comes off the back of his leg, but Grejlak knocks it sideways to O'Connor, who's got a chance to run into it, onto some space on this right wing. Charles will still have an option. O'Connor will get in the middle. Rawson tries to get in the middle. Rawson dribbling. He's got the chance for the shot. Takes a shot. Just wide. Rawson. He does really well to take it wide to get the space for the shot. Or is he now going to leave it for Connor Smith? Yep, leaves it for Connor Smith in the end. Going back, but then cleared away. Rawson says sideways. Marshall drops back to collect. He's back to goal, and he gets tackled and loses it to Hawkins, who gets out to Watts. Flick on, look at Chimalio. Some lovely football from Whitby. A beautiful back heel, powerful shot that ends up bouncing awkwardly wide in the end. The shot was the worst part about that. That was some liquid football from Whitby. Collins comes away with it. Collins puts in the middle, looking for Chimalio. Lovely pass to him. Gets a shot from Charles, a bit into the middle to McGrath. McGrath's continuing. He's not being pressed, and he tries to get through the legs of Tinker, and then he goes back to Hawkins. Hawkins will take the shot straight to Townsend into the middle. Owen will clear it away, still on the edge of the area. Marshall's trying to get it out, but he's been tackled. Here comes McGrath, he's trying to do a few shaky legs, and then the tackle goes in from Owen, and then cleared away. The Steel survive for now, but with big options in the middle, like Luke Rawson and Elliot Owen, your two main targets in there. High left one, looking for the far post. Bland will punch it. O'Connor will put it right back in. No, my Eagledon off the line! Paul Eagledon almost with the goal. It's a lovely flicked on ball by O'Connor. He gets the head on this game. Reigns 0-0 here. Ball back to Smith, who will carry it forward.
Excellent.
Smith holds it up into midfield to McGrath.
Keep going,
Then back it goes to Nelson, then McGinley. McGinley then to Nelson again as Whitby tries to figure out their plan of attack. They go down the right. McGrath, who's pulled onto the right-hand side here. Grejlak wrestling with him. Bit of pulling and shoving between the two as McGrath will continue despite that. Goes down the right. Not it looking at McGrath, bit loose, and that allowed Turner to get him, but Turner gives it back. McGrath will take it. Shot looking for the near post. Townsend sees it all the way and claims it. Pillman saying, "Come on, you mighty Steels." Ball with Collins on the left. Sending it down the channel, but tied by Charles. If we're going to lost the ball here, and here comes Whitby on the attack. Cross into the middle. Owen heads it up into the air, but it's not fully away. Whitby looking to bring it down. And McGrath takes a shot. Good-looking shot. Wide of the far post. Townsend.
Well up.
And well in. Barnett does well to hit it in. And then headed away into midfield. Woods just knocks it over Barnett. Barnett gets knocked in, and it's going to be fought for by Deakin, who gets it back into defence for Whitby, who clear it away. Headed away by Owen. Clears out, goes to Watson, who's going to try and touch it. Gets it back into Kay. Kay gets it out towards the right here, where Morris has it. Morris trying to get down to the right. He's been met though by Collins. Dribbles into the box. Watson trying to tackle. Cleared away by Collins and to the edge of the area where Turner is. Turner puts a cross in. Free header! And it's almost safe on the line! Bland! Wanted to get a hand onto it, but he was still dribbling backwards there as Danny Deakin got the header. And just as he was about to cross the line and give Stocksbridge a lead, Bland saves the day. 0-0 here. Oh, that could have been it. That could have been Stocksbridge's very first win on at Whitby. They've not won here ever. 7 matches and 7 visits to this stadium, no wins for the Steels. Only 1 draw out of the rest have been Whitby wins. And Whitby are on the attack now, they're on the edge area before Kay just does a very daft shoulder barge and gives away a daft free kick. Here comes Whitby. They're going to chip it towards the far post. Eagledon heads it, goes to the edge of the 6-yard area. It's slimmed, it's still on, shot on! It's on the bar twice, Townsend claws it away! I know it's a similar thing to what happened before, hit the bar and then it's gone out for a corner kick. We may be the team that get the last attack in this game. Throwing down line, headed on into the box, cleared away by Eagledon. Back into Nelson, who gets it out to Smith on the right. Will be met by Barnett. Smith missed his first move, but he does get it on the second time, out to the right wing. Being forced back is Rivers, and back to Gell. Gell hitting the diagonal ball into the box. Goes back to the far hand side. It's a good one, and it's sliced, goes to the edge of the area, takes a shot, just right at the far post. And again, Whitby come close. They are so close to snatching this at the end, just as they did at Workington. 0-0, but it's not a boring 0-0. And there it is, 0-0 here, but do not think it's a ball draw for a second. Both teams could have won it in the last 3 minutes by inches, by absolute inches. Bland clawed a Danny Deakin header off the line, and then at the other end, 2 chances, one that was clawed off the line, Townsend, and one that hit the bar. And then they hit another one just over the bar. It's 0-0 here between Whitby and Stocksbridge Park Steels. I have been... Is the game we have been waiting for months, as Danny Deakin stands over the ball. Final few checks from our referee, and here we go. So Stocksbridge Park Steels get us underway. Back towards Townsend, who will just take it 2 feet, can pick it up when he wants to, but instead will take his time with it and roll it out in front of him before launching it forward, looking for Rawson. Heads it on. Tommy Marshall will get it. It's Baker Greshak's in the middle, but Marshall is teetering low and hit not far off. It was the first we thought that lob cross was going to end up well above the bar. Bland. Stocksbridge presses, working well as Bland will get it out looking towards the right and headed away well by Tinker, but only going to go back now to McGrath. Trying to find the right side again. Will find it well, but then Deakin tackles, just giving it back to the midfielder. Into middle, looking for Timon, but Eagledon steps in and clears it away. But it's only back now with Hawkins. Ball down the channel to the right-hand side. Looking to get it onto his left, but being held up. Back out now to Hawkins, puts the ball in blocked. And then here comes a volley over the bar. And caught that, hit a house then for a second. Cameron Wilson scoring. The team relegated to that division. Well, going forward, head away into the field. O'Connor knocks it forward before it's cleared up. Owen will head it up away into the air. Turner fighting for it sideways, but loses out. Chimalio will continue forward, turns well onto his right, takes a shot. Met by a brilliant tackle by Turner. Chimalio gets the ball back though, and then Stocksbridge eventually do almost get away. They just pass it back to Collins. Collins out to the left now to Harrison. Harrison moving on this field, will take a shot. It ends up skimming on the ground, and Townsend will claim that pretty simply. Alex O'Connor and Curtis Turner hovering on the edge of the area. Deakin lofts it in, looking for Owen, gets the header, it's on target, but it bounced on the ground before Blanton gets it. Watts here, who will have a bit of a tussle with Tinker, and Tinker does well, gets it away, but nothing's been given for, that's Tinker went down, and then Tinker goes back against the second tackle there. Tinker will carry the ball forward. Ball going forward, looking for Greshak, looks onto Marshall, comes off the back of his leg, but Greshak knocks it sideways to O'Connor, who's got a chance to run into it, onto some space on this right wing. Charles will still have an option. O'Connor will get in the middle, Rawson tries to get in the middle, Rawson dribbling, he's got the chance for the shot, takes a shot, just wide, Lou Rawson! He does really well to take it wide, to get the space for the shot. As he he now going to leave it for Connor Smith? Yep, leaves it for Connor Smith in the end. Going back, then cleared away. Rawson says sideways. Marshall drops back to collect. He's back to goal, and he gets tackled and loses it to Hawkins, who gets out to Watts. Flick on, look at Chamalio. Some lovely football from Whitby. A beautiful back heel, powerful shot that ends up bouncing awkwardly wide in the end. The shot was the worst part about that. That was some liquid football from Whitby. Collins comes away with it. Collins puts in the middle, looking for Chamalio. Lovely pass to him. Gets a shot from Charles into the middle to McGrath. McGrath's continuing. He's not being pressed, and he tries to get through the legs of Tinker, and then he goes back to Hawkins. Hawkins will take the shot straight to Townsend into the middle. Owen will clear it away. Still on the edge of the area. Marshall's trying to get it out, but he's been tackled. Here comes McGrath. He's trying to do a few shaky legs, and then the tackle goes in from Owen, and then cleared away. The Steels survive for now, but big options in the middle, like Luke Rawson and Elliot Owen, your two main targets in there. High left one, looking for the far post. Bland will punch it. O'Connor will put it right back in. No, my Eagledon off the line! Paul Eagledon almost with the goal. It's a lovely flicked on ball by O'Connor. He gets the head on this game. Reigns 0-0 here.
Work it, Al, work
Ball
it.
back to Smith, who will carry it forward.
Well done, Al. Excellent.
Smith holds it up into midfield to
Well
McGrath.
played, Ollie. Keep going,
Then
Steels.
back it goes to Nelson, then McGinley. McGinley then to Nelson again as Whitby try to figure out their plan of attack. They go down the right. McGrath, who's pulled onto the right-hand side here. Graves like wrestling with him. Bit of pulling and shoving between the two as McGrath will continue despite that. Goes down the right. Not it looking at McGrath, bit loose, and that allowed Turner getting a bit of Turner, gives it back. McGrath will take it. Shot, look for the near post. Townsend sees it all the way and claims it. Pillman saying, come on, you mighty Steels. Well, with Collins on the left. Sending down the channel, but tied by Charles. If we're going to lost the ball here. And here comes Whitby on the attack. Cross into the middle. Owen heads it up into the air, but it's not fully away. Whitby looking to bring it down. And McGrath takes a shot, good looking shot. Wide of the far post. Townsend.
Well up.
And well in. Barnett does well to hit it in.
And again,
And then
Steels.
headed away into midfield. Woods just knocks it over Barnett.
Barnett,
Barnett gets knocked
Steels.
in, and it's going to be fought for by Deakin, who gets it back into defence for Whitby, who clear it away. Headed away by Owen, clears out, goes to Watson, who's going to try and touch it. Gets it back into Kay. Kay gets it out towards the right here, where Morris has it. Morris going to get down to the right. He's been met though by Collins. Dribbles into the box. Watson trying to tackle. Cleared away by Collins and to the edge of the area where Turner is. Turner puts a cross in. Free header! And it's safe on the line! Bland! Wanted to get a hand onto it, but he was still dribbling backwards there as Danny Deakin got the header. And just as he was about to cross the line and give Stocksbridge a lead, Bland saves the day. 0-0 here. Oh, that could have been it. That could have been Stocksbridge's very first win at Whitby. They've not won here ever. 7 matches and 7 visits to this stadium, no wins to the Steels. Only 1 draw out of the rest have been Whitby wins. And Whitby are on the attack now. They're on the edge of the area before Kay just does a very daft shoulder barge and gives away a daft free kick. Here comes Whitby. We're going to chip it towards the far post. Eagledon heads it, goes to the edge of the 6-yard area. It's slimmed, it's still on, shot on. It's on the bar twice, Townsend claws it away! I know it's a similar thing to what happened before. Hit the bar and then it's gone out for a corner kick. Whitby may be the team that get the last attack in this game. Throwing down line, headed on into the box, cleared away by Eagledon. Back into Nelson, who gets it out to Smith on the right. Will be met by Barnett. Smith missed his first move, but he does get it on the second time, out to the right wing. Being forced back. Hello and welcome back to Brackenmore for the second half of Stocksbridge Park Steels versus Warrington Rylands. I'm Adam Allcroft, commentator. We're sponsored by R&R Car and Van Hire. And as Warrington Rylands have made 2 more substitutions. Ben Huff and Alex Kawami have come on. They replace Eric Kaseni Yahaya and Johnny Lebank Akpo. We'll go through the teams as they are shortly. Our referee's just making his final few checks before we get going for the second half. And here we go. So Warrington Rylands get us underway in the all-red kit, kicking from left to right, while Stocksbridge Black Seals are in the yellow shirts, blue shorts, blue socks, kicking from right to left. Back out into the middle, won there by Barnett, having to go deep though, has to get back to Townsend, and he just boots that one away. Get back by Rylands, they try to get it onto the left wing, and they do, brought down nicely by Guy Hall, back into midfield. Now over to Burton. We'll go through the teams after Warrington Rylands' attack is over here. Warrington is able to chase it, but still near the edge of the area. Eventually Grezlak heads it away. Wilson onto the left now. Barnett switches it over to Morris over the top rim. Out for a throw-in. So Stocksbridge's team, there's been no changes for the Steels this time round. So Ben Townsend in goal. Then Tom Charlesworth, Connor Smythe, who's making his debut today. Curtis Turner, the captain, has just seen Jordan Barnett's just down. Actually, it's Connor Smythe who's down. He's had a bit of a whack. Curtis Turner's the captain anyway. Chaz Gundry, Elliot Owen, James Morris, Sam Kate, Luke Rawson, Oliver Grezlak and Jordan Barnett. The bench is Jack Crook, Alex O'Connor, Tom Marshall, Jack Wilson and Thomas Poole. Been free totaling since the start of the game for Warrington Rylands. So it's Luke Pilling in goal, Clive Smith, Guy Hall, Dean Thurman the captain, James Neal, Matthew Reagan, Ben Hardcastle, Alex Kawamya, Ben Huff, Jake Burton and Adam Caddick. Left on the bench, a very lonely bench at the moment, is Charlie Martin and Chris Smith. Stocksbridge clear the ball away into midfield, knocked away by Furman, met by Smythe who gets it to Barnett. It was a chance to run at Neal. Barnett holds it up, got Kay as an overlap, finds Kay, he's onside Kay just about. Back to Barnett, pass it in the middle, interceptor will now go out for a Stocksbridge throw. If you're listening to us on the YouTube commentary, please do get involved by commenting in the YouTube live chat. Really actually helps out the commentary because YouTube likes engagement. As slice ball by Owen could lead to some trouble. Kwamya's racing onto it. Charles was there first. Back to Townsend. Owen's passing not being great today, and Townsend passing not great there. Ford just gives it to Hall. Now Kwamya is offside. It's our first offside of the game, amazingly, and it will be a free kick for the Steels. Hyde United are 3-1 up against Whitby. Anton Mackie only scored his second for the end of the first half. As ball forward here to Oliver Grezlak. Puts it sideways to Turner. Turner takes a touch, trying to get down that right wing, but has to get back to Grezlak. His route was passed off. Well, in the middle. Middle to Morris, takes a shot! Over the bar somehow! He's got underneath it again like he did against Cleethorpes. Been given us a goal kick. Wondered if he may be in a touch on it, but that should be 1-0 again. Steels are missing chances now. At least they're making them, but I wonder if we're going to rue those chances. Cleethorpes have equalised against Hebburn. Ben Andrucci scored 1-1 between the Owls and Hebburn. And Workington a 1-0 against Ashton United. Stephen Riggs scored from the spot. It was a retaken penalty after Easton was adjudged to have left his line after the initial effort was saved. Goes forward, Kay will clear to Rawson, who heads it on nicely, bit forward from Morriso, back to the keeper Pilling from Reagan, who boots it forward. Kay's looking to get onto it. Gundry can only hit it backwards. Chip Smith trying to chase onto it, does good block, goes to Barnett. Barnett wanted an option in the middle, couldn't get one, so he has to get back blocked and out for a Stocksbridge throw. Quickly taken, looking for Rawson, but cleared out and will go in the middle and headed on by Caddick. Goes to Cotter in the middle to Turner, back to Charlesworth. Charlesworth now down the line, but headed away by Hall. And back it goes to Hall. Carrying out now. Rawson just coming from the back, but not really putting any pressure on as it goes out to the left and back to Reagan. Launched forward. Owen will track and takes an awkward bounce for Kwamya's favour. Owen has to get in and it will go out for a Rylands throw-in. Pitch being an ally of Warrington Rylands in that occasion. To get it down the left are Rylands, do well. Kay got a tackle in. A flag. Feels like it's gone out of play again. No, letting this not be a repeat of Wednesday night as the game continues. Ball goes into the middle. Townsend claims, and we worried then for a second. We remember what happened on Wednesday night We thought the same could be happening there again. Launch forward, looking for Rawson. Before looking for Grayslack. Headed towards the right and headed out by Neild. Hull will knock it over the top of Charlesworth, and Charlesworth tries to get back in position, launch forward. Owen and Gundry will chase Kwom. You're trying to get through the middle of them. High to the left, and only Burton's there, as Rylands seems to just be getting a bit more space. Gundry trying to find ball, cross going in. Goes to the middle, Kwom ends up defending, and then cleared away by Gundry. Headed on by Barnett. Rawson touched it on. Charge forward, Great touch to Barnett. Barnett has the chance. He's got Morris in the middle, tries to find Morris, but instead goes back to Barnett. Barnett takes a shot, blocked again. Barnett, another shot, blocked again. And then it's out now for Huff. Huff pass forward. Led by Gundry, clears it away. Headed away by Smith, and then loads of space for Hall to use. He continues forward with it. Back into midfield, now to Furman. Started the game as captain, had the armband, took off him when Neild came off. Back to Reagan now. Takes it forward, tries past the middle, finds Furman, who's got a bit of space to work with. Stocksbridge it back deep. Furman continues forward, finds Huff on a load of space on the right. High, lofted cross, a poor one. Goal kick. A goal in the Premier League to tell you about. Burnley have taken the lead against Sunderland in that battle of promoted teams. Josh Cullen has scored. And in League One, Doncaster Rovers are 1-0 up on Port Vale. Owen Bailey on the score sheet. You do see some brilliant names, by the way, when you look at the FA Vars. I've just noticed Saul Tower Hamlets, which is one of the best names I've ever seen. They're 2-0 up on Sheppey Sports. Club Thorn Colliery are 3-0 down though. That's against Horbury Town. Joe Jagger, the former Emley striker, the scorer. Just seems to have had to take a step down since his series season for Emley was one of their best strikers. Really liked him. All going forward from Townsend. Headed away for Barnett, returns it back, then headed away again by Smith. Headed out to the right, Grejlak can't get to it. Cleared away by Hall, only gives it back to Charlesworth. Looking for Grejlak, still back by Smith in the middle, 2K. Turns, trying to get out right, stabbed out to the right to Rawson, then to Grejlak, trying to find Rawson, good pass to Rawson. Rawson space on the right, the cross is terrible though, over the bar, goal kick. And it will be back for a goal kick now. To the goalkeeper. Both teams still looking for the first goal here with 52 minutes gone. Ball going forward. Gundry can only head behind, goes to Charlesworth, takes a touch, he's trying to face to Kwamya. Down the line. Rawson, nice header on. No one's into the space where it was. It was a really good knock-on header, but no one there for it. And a quick ball out that Smith has to deal with. Kept in really well by Ben Hoff. Gets it over to Hardcastle. Having a bit of a tussle with Gundry now. Holds it up, gets it onto his left. Sideways to Furman. Switches it. Well in though from Morris back defending. Charlesworth under a bit of trouble. High foot though from Rylands. Charlesworth down injured, and it will be a free kick for Stocksbridge. Still on his knees as he struggling back to get to his feet. He will be able to continue without treatment though, which is good news for the Steels as they're able to get this game underway shortly. There's a bit of a shock scoreline happening at Answorth. Nostell might as well for a now 2-0 up. Cyrus Rowe has scored here. Nostell currently at the bottom of the Northern Counties Division 1, but they've always been good at cup competitions. Tend to always have a decent run in the Sheffield Senior Cup as well. Regular semi-finalists over the last 5 to 10 years. Townsend sends it forward, looking for Rawson, who heads it on. Almost Morris, but no one can get to it. Pilling there. Going forward to Furman. Richards urging his players to get back into position as Caddick goes forward. Warrington Rylands seems to find a bit of space here in the second half. Ball forward looking for Kawamya. Kawamya chests it down onto the left wing. Got no one round him at the moment. Gundry closes down. Back to Caddick. Continuing going forward with it. Evades a tackle from Grezlak. Gets on the right cross going in. Looks at the far post. Flash wide. Weren't ridiculously far off. Club Thorn are got one back against Horbury. Harry Brown has scored, and City Liverpool have equalised Swallowest. That was the mysterious unknown goal scorer. Not a Halloween just yet though. Hello to Scott Thompson, Jordan Barnett's dad, listening from sunny Turkey. You must be happy your lad is starting today for the first time for the Steels. Forward to Morris. Back it goes to Owen, carrying it forward. Forward to Charlesworth, chests it down. Goes down well, and down is one of the Rylands players. I think laughing about it after going for that tackle. Out to Grezlak, tries to beat his man, tackled out by Reagan, and he goes out for a throw, and we're going to have a stoppage for this injury. And they're being enforced into one substitution already. Warrington Rylands, this could be another. That Ben Hoffa who's only just come on. I'm trying to just identify at the moment. Don't look. Just look, physio is waiting to see if they get the okay. But we won't need the Warrington Rylands physio. He's up on his feet, and we will be able to play on with this throw-in that Charles have taken not far from the edge of the area. The okay take given for the throw-in now. Charles is looking for an option. Kay's got loads of space, and he gets it now, puts the ball into the middle, but that's poor, and it's clear at the near post. Turner gets it, Touch will take him further behind, right to Kay. Tries to find Turner again, tackle goes in, another throw in Stocksbridge, who were not able to make much from that throw in. All out to the right now with Charles for the throw in. Thrown here to Morris, puts it back to Kay, ball put forward, looking for that runner, Grezlak. Grezlak's got the pace to get to it, but then well blocked off by Smith, and it will be a goal kick. 57 minutes gone in this game, remains 0-0. Stocksbridge having a good start to the second half. But Warrington do seem to find space in midfield quite well. Handsworth have got one back against Nostell. Mitchell Dunn, the scorer. Looks like Stocksbridge are going to make a change soon though. Tommy Marshall is just getting ready. All over the top of everyone. It will go to Hook. Tries to knock it on. Will go on the line. Continue on the line. Will be a Rylands throw in. United having a great game against Whitby. They're 4-1 up now. Jack Redshaw, their captain, the latest scorer. As Rylands have the ball. Currently with Caddick on the left-hand side. Pass forward into middle. Now well in from Grezlak. But then they lose the ball to Caddick. Trying to get a tackle in. Goes to the edge of the area now. Burton onto Kawamya. Kawamya looking to turn. Puts the cross into the middle. Diving header away by Owen. Out to the left now. Trying to knock in the middle. Appeals for a handball. Not given. Out the left, cross going in, blocked by Turner again. Will go out for another Rylands throw-in. It's one of their best spells of possession in the second half so far. Ball back to Reagan, trying to help, but Turner wins the ball, but loses it instantly. Ball down to middle, it's a great pass, great tackle though by Kay. Kay clears it away, looking for Rawson, but unchallenged header away though. Oh, now Reagan has it, who heads it on. Touched on by Hall, back to Reagan. Puts a diagonal ball into the box. It's too far ahead of anyone, back for Townsend. Steelers just need to shut this game down for a bit for a few minutes. Hi Lee, hi Adam, couldn't make it today because sat with my colleague Sharon. Can you say hello to her? Hello Sharon, hope you're enjoying the game from wherever you are today. Ball going forward, looking for Rawson, headed away. That's Lee from Graphics, by the way, our sponsor. As it's gone to Greg, it takes a shot deflected, goes to Rawson. finds Barnett, puts a one-time cross in, Turner with a header, diving save by Pilly. It was a weak header from Turner. He had to use all his neck muscles to get any power onto it, and he got a late collision as well, and he's down, hurt on the edge of the 6-yard area. Liv just being held up from a treatment, and it looks like Turner will be able to get back up and continue. He just couldn't, I think because he was in position too soon, he wasn't able to get the power on it. He had to really get his neck back to get any contact onto it to get it goalwards. Acrobatics in from Pilly as Jordan Barnett is about to make his way off. Which is a bit of a surprise. I think he's been quite good in this first 60 minutes. He will be replaced by Marshall. As we have a goal from North Wales. Sheffield Wednesday have got one back. We'll let you know the goal scorer when that comes through. Rylands do have a throw in here with Neil taking it. They're in the Stocksbridge half. In the middle then, pass will find Neil. Back he goes then to Thurman. He goes, Marshall will win it. Gets it forward, try to find Rawson to let him through, but key block from Reagan. In the middle now for Hoof. Out the left to Hall. Continues forward with the ball. Tries to knock it on, but blocked by Charles. Off edge goes to the edge area where Hardcastle wins it. Sends it back to the left. Currently on the ball is Warrington Rylands trying to make something out of it. Caddick trying to get it down the left. It's with Hardcastle who's got it being surrounded out as Hall tries to burst forward. Does get past his tackler Charlesworth into the middle, getting into the box. Owen clears it away. Rawson's going to look to keep this in. And he does chest it and get it back, and it will be given still as a Warrington Rylands throw in. Rawson wanted it Stocksbridge. Barry Bannon with the goal for Sheffield Wednesday. 2-1 over at what I know is a racecourse ground. They call it a Welsh name now that I can't pronounce. Just got a bit of a delay as it goes back for a throw-in. Stockton have equalised against Rushall Olympic despite being out to 10 men. Kevin Hayes, the goal scorer. Ball goes forward, headed into the middle by Hardcastle. Windry clears it away. Sideways header from Smith. I'm sorry, we've got caught up in my mouth there. Owen, poor pass forward, gives it away. Hey, but then that ball's given away to Kay, gets a tackle into him. It'll be a free kick to Stocksbridge. 62 minutes gone, 0-0 here still. Stocksbridge pressing forward, looking for the goal. 0-0 in all their first halves. 4 games now, 4 0-0s in a row at the 45-minute mark. The early thought in the second half in any Stocksbridge game was that goal from, well, the controversial one at Cleethorpes on Wednesday night from Adam Hall, the deflected effort. Townsend will take this free kick. Launched forward. Looking for Rawson, headed away though. Morris is looking to be the first one on. Does shields ball well, but forced backwards. Sideways to Turner. Turner just loops on his foot a bit away. He's forced out to the left-hand side, trying to get down the left wing now. Breaks forward for him. He's looking for the shot. Right footed shot over the bar. Goal kick again, but Stocksbridge around a few efforts on goal now. Now to Martin Conley and Grezlak top. He's having a good game in the centre of midfield today, only Grezlak. If you're enjoying the commentary, by the way, you can support us by giving us a super chat. It's that little $ next to the chat box there at the very bottom of your screen. It will also flash up on the screen your message as well. Unless you swear, then it won't. We've hopefully that the censor thing we've put in works. At least I know in one of you lot, you'll probably test that. Going forward, head away by Owen. Marshall knocks it into the middle. Turner gets it. Clip down the right. Grezlak will to get onto this. Grezlak brings it down well. Needs the cross. Low cross. Rawson near post. Poor effort and it's saved. Kay will try to head it, but he looks like he might lose that one. He heads it forward. Falls here to Turner. Just didn't get any power on it, Rawson, for that one. Smythe gets it out to the left. Morris trying to keep it in. He's got a throw in after knocking it off Neil. Smythe will come up to take the throw in. Throw in here to Turner, back to Smythe. Poor cross, very high, lofted one, and easily for Pilling to claim. It was always going to be his. Quickly launched out, he's looking for the run of Hardcastle, but headed away by Owen, but only goes back to Caddick. Welling from Charlesworth though. Charlesworth. Wants it down the line, head away, goes to Grezlak. Evades a tackle. Back it goes to Charlesworth. It's outline to Marshall, who we haven't seen much on the ball yet. Tries to use his pace. Wants a free kick for a trip, not given, and Warrington Rylands have a chance to go forward, and it's got forward look for Burton. If he can keep it in, he'll have some space. He can't keep it in. He had no space. Whitby have got one back against Hyde. Donald Chimalio, the scorer. Really liked it when we faced them. Back to Owen. Ball going forward, looking for Marshall. Headed away. Back to Kay, who will carry forward to Marshall into the middle. Being brought down by Grezlak, can't keep the ball, steals. Blocked ball by Kay, will look for Reagan, who clears it out. Will then be followed out and be a throw-in for Stocksbridge. Ball going forward, and awkward one for Smith, who almost knocked out for a corner, eventually clears away and he does stay in. Charlesworth gets it forward and then returned by Furman, who knocks it out for a Stocksbridge throw-in. Westside were 6-0 up on Forest Row, but Forest Row have got one back. Cameron Lowson, that's in the Vars. Maybe Forest Row about to do the biggest comeback ever. Probably not, but we'll see. Parkgate have got one back against Wunwell. Alex Wanham has scored from this spot. Two future cup opponents. Sheffield FC have also equalised against Albion Sports. Alex Hardwick has scored, the former Steel. Ball back to Owen, back to Charles, then into the middle to Gundry. Gundry. Ball going forward over the top of everyone, and a little bounce. Look, Marshall trying to get onto it. It's awkward to deal with for Hall, who clears out for a throw-in.
Today's attendance is 203. Thank you all for your support today.
Yeah, the attendance is 203 today, less than it was on Wednesday night, which is obviously disappointing, but still more than 200, which is always a good thing to see. Forward with Charlesworth. So has the throw in. Back to Grezlak, gives it back to Charles, got a bit of space. Cross going in, cleared away by Reagan. Another throw in. I'm pretty much in an identical position. 67 minutes gone in this game. Back now for Charles with this throw in. Thrown to Grezlak, then back to Charlesworth, and trying to get past his man. He's being followed all the way though. Puts the cross in blocked. Hit the fence before it came to Charles. I thought it might be given as a Rylands throw in. It's another throw in very close to the corner flag. Looking for his options. Needs to be told, get on with it. But I think he's going to go for a traditional long throw. It's a very high one, not a good one. I don't think that's going to want something Charles found his locker. And Warrington Rylands do clear away. Townsend will come out to take it. Takes a short pass to Charlesworth. Right-footed ball forward, looking for Grezlak. Headed away though by Smith, out for another throw on that right-hand side. It's just stuck in that area at the moment. To the right, into middle. Tried to get past his man, did Marshall. Couldn't do so and came off Marshall left, and it's going to be a Rylands throw-in, even though Stocksbridge players are not happy about that decision. Reagan will have the throw-in. As they look to get the ball away. Big ball forward by Rylands, head away by Kay into the middle, then returned by Furman. Turner can only head backwards. Wonder he got a foot in. Out to right, Marshall will look to get onto it. It does. Stumbling a bit, but goes through one player before Reagan meets him. Great standing tackle from him. Out to the left, back for Hall, back to Reagan, pass forward to Caddick. Gresham pressing as it goes back to Reagan. Back to Furman. Takes a touch out right now to Neil. Good escaping the press work from Rylands. As Neil continues with it. Forward, well intercepted by Turner. Now Kay. Stabs it forward to Morris. Goes forward, he's got some space, and then he just runs into Neil, to Reagan. I'm sorry, that's disappointing when it was just breaking well for Stocksbridge. Ball forward from Rylands. Owen will follow it. Back to Townsend. Sent forward. Looking for Reagan, who heads it sideways. Kept in though. Marshall probably could have just ran onto that. Back it will go to the keeper. Thomas Poole's being summoned by Ian Richards. Likely to see him on shortly. Now Morris, who tries to get it out to the right and tries for Marshall, but it's head away. But Turner will be the man onto it. Turner out to Smythe. Smythe into the middle to Rawson, who's deep. Forward to Morris, who turns, trying to get a pass in. Instead, he'll have to take the shot for the initial blocks. That, though, is blocked. Marshall tries to get in, but forced deep is Hoff. Into his own little corner area. Now to Hall, who's almost on the edge of his area on the left-hand side. Cleared away. Owen will allow that to track, and he will allow it to go out for a throw-in for Stocksbridge. 71 minutes gone. Back it goes to Townsend now. Morpeth have taken the lead against Hensford. William Dowling, the scorer. Forward, Rawson will head it on into the midfield. Cleared away. Turner will then knock it on, but lost out there to Neil. And then out to the right, looking for Kawamia. But just a bit too much for him. Will go out for a goal kick.
Come on, Jake!
Looking at these current score lines, because Hebburn are now 2-1 up on Cleethorpes as well. Gary Martin has scored. Stocksbridge would go essentially second. Actually, it's working to figure in the league as well, I think Stocksbridge would go bottom of the table as results stand with 2 points. All the teams had 0 points going into this weekend are winning. As Kay tried to get a touch but lost out on it to Hardcastle, switched out to Smythe. Smythe, sideways pass, it's a poor pass, but thankfully Huff just couldn't get onto it. Charlesworth rescues. Forward to Marshall. Back to Charlesworth, who sends it down right, looking for Gresham, who couldn't get the touch onto it. Back it goes to Smith. Back it goes to the goal. Switched out, looking for Smythe, over the top of everyone, and out for a goal kick. For a throw-in, I mean. Stocksbridge lacking much to go forward with at the moment. It's back with Smythe, thrown forward to Turner, back Smythe, big volley forward, looking for Tommy Marshall, but headed away by Reagan. He has a few inches on him, it was always going to happen. Owen then heads it out, Kay heads on, Marshall takes on the chest, he's trying to get down that right wing, should back to Charlesworth. Don't think Charlesworth was ready for that, and Gus got nipped in, but Charlesworth rescues it, back with Owen, sends it forward, ball looking for Morris. Morris is trying to be the first man onto it, gets in the box, he's been met on the way, trying to get sidelined, cleared out, and I think it's going to be given to the goal kick as the clearance was knocked off Morris. Good work defending by Neil. Feel like a lot of Stocksbridge's attacking impetus has been lost since Barnett's gone off, and now Thomas Poole will make his way on.
Field substitution, replacing number 7, James Morris.
Replace that man who's just had that last chance, James Morris. Warrington Rylands here today do have a chance to go top of the table. They're joint second. We're just one behind Rushall in goal difference before today. Right now, it would be FC United heading top of the table with 12 points. Warrington Rylands with 11, still in second. Ball goes on top of everyone. We'll go out for a throw-in. Back with Smythe now, who's urging players to go forward for his throw-in. He does have a hell of a launch on him. I think we might see that long throw a bit later in the game. As always headed away, Turner gets it forward. Rawson heads it on, no one there for it. Smith heads away. Turner will head it forward, and then it's Furman who can get it knocked forward into midfield. Turner forward to Kay. He volleys it forward. Rawson trying to get onto it, but loses out on that one. Knocked away in the end by Huff. Owen heads into midfield. Turner gets onto Poole, who will look to turn as he takes position on the left wing. Forward to Grezlak. Rawson, there's two in looking for the far post, and then Grezlak had no one to aim at as it's cleared away. Headed away by Huff. Not forward, Turner trying to get on the ball, but loses out on that battle, and out towards the left, Smythe will head it away, gets it to Poole, who has a chance to go forward again. Poole, the only goal scorer for Stocksbridge this season. Turner back to Owen. And then over to Charlesworth. Charlesworth goes sideways to Smythe. Stocksbridge opening up to the space in the Warrington. Smythe with a boom ball, it's a poor one in the end. Out it goes for a goal kick. Here comes the substitution for Rylands. It's Smith. He comes on for Jake Burton. Only one person left on the Warrington Rylands bench now. That's Charlie Martin. Probably feeling a bit lonely there now. Ball going forward, Gundry will head away, but he fouled Kiwamya in the process, holding on to him. Now Warrington Rylands have a chance to put the ball into the box and see if they can get a goal out of it. Hardcastle is the man who will take this free kick about 45 yards out. Plenty of people forward for Rylands as they look to make most of this set piece opportunity. Hardcastle now steps up, right footed, and on ball headed up into the air by Reagan. Then Kay is the one who gets it away, but only onto the left wing where Thurman's the first onto it. We'll get it back to the substitution, Smith. Right footed ball into the box. Charles heads away in a left back position. Clip back over onto the left hand side for Smith, who's unmarked, moves into the box. Brings it down well. Owens closing down. Here comes a shot by Furman. Blocked. Marshall trying to start the counter. Does knock it on. Gets a block on it. Stocksbridge throw. Frickley Athletic having a terrible time in the Vars today. They're losing 5-0 to Maggle. Niall Butchart has just scored an own goal. Redcar Town as well, just equalising to West Auckland. Hayden Poinson Cooley. Ball goes back to Charlesworth, who sends it back to Owen. Down the line it goes, looking for Grezlak, headed away though by Smith. In the middle to Kay, who tries to find an overlapping run, but no one's there for it. Rylands throwing. Wow, bit of a shock. Sheffield Wednesday have come back. It's 2-2 in North Wales. Ball goes forward, head on by Kiwamya, but Gundry will clear it away. Put down by Grishlock, but that is he's been penalised for. I don't think that was one, but the foul has been given away for pulling the shirt. Ball goes out now to Neil. Ball down to Kiwamya, trying to bring it down. Smythe gets a foot in and then boots it out. Will be a throw in to Rylands. The goal scorer of Sheffield Wednesday was Bailey Kadamatari. I'll get it right one day. Alex O'Connor's the next sub coming on for Stocksbridge. He's just warming up. It really looks like he's going to be coming on very, very soon. As Neil gets this throw in now, up to the right of us. Left-footed ball in the middle. Been brought down quite well by Smith, but then Charles have got a foot in. Smith gets back onto the ball, back to goal. Charles was pressing as it went towards Furman. His pass forward got blocked, and it's going to go out for a throw-in. In the middle to Caddick. Out wide he goes. Force back. Back to Smith. Out towards Neil. Neil forward in the middle, then trying to knock it down the line, and Townsend's chasing to make sure no one gets to him before, but it will go out for a goal kick. 80 minutes have now lapsed. Still 0-0 here. Ashton have equalised against Workington. Luca Navarro has scored the goal. Would mean, as a result stands, Stocksbridge don't go bottom, but we do dip into that bottom three. Poole headed on quite nicely before Smith boots it out to play for a Stocksbridge throw. Bamber Bridge are 2-0 up against Ilkeston. Jack Baxter the scorer. And FC United are 2-0 up on Guys, who we face on Monday. Rudy Masambo has scored. Launched forward by Smythe. Headed on. Poole gets trying to get onto it. Knocked into the middle. Marshall brings it down. Marshall tries to get in the middle, but it's too far forward, and Hilling able to claim almost the moment. Hyde United 5-2 up on Whitby. The latest goal coming from Jack Redshaw, as Rylands now coming forward with the ball. Ball passed into the middle, back to Furman. Middle to Smith. Controlling it sideways here. Outright here towards Neil. Looks to get it on his left, puts it in sideways. Good overlapping pass here. Could be an opportunity. Big block by Gundry, appeals for an handball. Even Neil Reynolds appealing for it. No, nothing given. I didn't think it was one. Rawson just misses out on the holding up play, and Caddick launches the ball into the box. Gundry will head it out. Turner heads it further on. Turner tried to get onto it, but back with Caddick now. Forward to Hardcastle, trying to make some space. He gets it over to Hall on the left. Jack Crook is going to come on. So is O'Connor, and so is Watson. It will be a triple substitution for Stocksbridge very soon. As Stocksbridge get the ball away. Head away by number 6, Reagan. Space for Rylands as they come forward. Sideways to Neil. Ball down the channel for Kawomyan. Good touch by Kawomyan to get down the right, but he's into his corner flag now. Gundry tracking. Gundry now putting the ball low. Near post, cleared away. And it will be a throw in for Rylands. Smythe, who was the one who cleared that away, traded into that centre back spot for a second. In the middle to Furman. Ball switched here to Hall. Trying to get it forward to Smith, but misplaced tackle. Charles, can he keep it in? He can't. The counter attack will not be on as he thought it would. Here comes Stocksbridge substitutions. So firstly, Grezlak's coming off. He's going to be replaced by Jack Crook. Actually, no. We wanted the subs. Ian Richards asked for them, but the game continues. Owen headed to the edge of the area. Kawomya gets onto it. Kawomya takes a shot. Well saved, Townsend. Gundry clears it before it goes out. No, it will go out for a corner kick. Well, that'll be interesting because it won't be. The subs won't happen just yet. Ian doesn't like making subs before defending a set piece. 83 minutes gone. Kawomya had the biggest chance for Rylands there. We'll be back on this right now. Hardcastle to take. It looks like it could be a short corner. Two have gone out to the box, but now they are backing off. Chris Smith is that short option. Low to the near post. Almost. That header just flashed past, and there will be a stop there because we've got a head injury for Tom Charlesworth after getting that ball away. Here comes the
substitutions. Replacing number 10 Oliver Grezlak
is Jack
Crook. Replacing number 8 Sam Kay is 14 Alex O'Connor.
O'Connor replaces him.
And replacing number 9 Luke Rawson is 16 Jack Watson.
Rawson off for Watson. So Thomas Poole will move into centre forward with Watson and Marshall on the wings. And there's just 5.5 minutes of normal time for Stocksbridge to try and snatch a winner. But there's also time for Rylands to do much the same. Ball going forward. Look for Poole. Heads it on well. Marshall heads it down for Crook. Crook going forward. Tries to left to right. Blocked, but it falls back to Marshall. Tries to Crook takes it off. Deflected shot and it goes just wide. For one touch passing, I don't think Crook really knew it got onto his foot, but it almost looped into the back post. It would have been his first touch since coming on. Back with the keeper now for Luke Pilling to take. Ball going forward. Head away by Owen. Crook knocks it down. Turner forward to Watson, who's trying to be forced back. Quick pass forward to Thomas Poole. Poole gets tackled. Watson will just allow it to go out for a throw-in. Smythe coming forward with it. Wonder if he gets a bit further on. We'll see more of that long throw we saw earlier on. Show to Crook here. Crook back to Smythe. Forward back to Crook. Poor touch and but the clearance goes to O'Connor. Tries to head it forward. Loops over and Reagan has to head it away. Back to Crook, who's everywhere since coming on. Overlapping, looking for Crook. Hold it up and he just can't hold on to the ball and he's out for a throw-in. Seen the good and the bad of Crook in the last minute. But he's certainly doing something and causing since coming on. Thrown downfield by Hall. O'Connor gets into the middle. Crook, one touch pass back to Turner. Turner going sideways at the moment. Tries to find Watson. Poor pass by Turner, intercepted. Down the channel, out of play. Stocksbridge are putting pressure on this Warrington defence. God, just that Shildon are winning 8-1 against Durham United. Durham have just got one back though, Thomas Boothroyd in the 88th minute. You never know, you never know. Smythe sending the ball down the line, headed away, out for a throw-in. Crook causing a problem there again. Smythe with the throw. Jack Crook comes to us from the Baller League that were on Sky Sports earlier this year. Cleared away by Rylands. They do so in the second attempt. O'Connor misses that one, but Owen goes in, slides it over to the right to Charles, heads it forward, and Crook gets it over. Marshall on the right as an option, finds Marshall. Marshall putting the cross in. Far post! Watson! That should be 1-0. How is it not? Out for a throw-in. Watson somehow doesn't tuck away. Smythe with a throw-in. A bit of noise from this Stocksbridge crowd. Back to Smythe. Now Turner. Forward to Crook. Loses the ball there. That's the ugly of Crook. And then beyond Gundry. Kawamya surely offside. And it's not given the offside. Kawamya moving in. Smythe, great slide tackle. Corner kick. I thought Kawamya was half a yard offside on that one. I wonder if I didn't spot someone on the opposite side. I'm going to be charitable and say that. Will be a corner kick for the Steels to defend. 88 minutes gone. It would be heartbreak for the Steels to concede at this point. Could be a short option. Chris Smith is there, has it? That's what Smythe is monitoring. He goes over to the edge of the area. Now back to right to Caddick. Caddick looking for space. Sends a shot in over the bar. Goal kick. Steels defend that well. Stocksbridge trying to go out quickly here. Charlesworth going forward with the ball. Continuing to go forward. Tries to get in the middle to O'Connor. O'Connor will get it. Just out right to Marshall. Marshall putting the cross in, but easily dealt with by Smith, who turns and clears away. But it's out for a Stocksbridge throw. Sounds like we're going to get 4 minutes at a time here. That does seem like a fair amount to me. Not had many stoppages in this second. The ball's out for another Stocksbridge throw-in. Sheffield FC were 2-1 up against Albion through Nat Crofts, but Nick Cartman then equalised for Albion. Back to Charlesworth, who's dealt very poor against Chris Smith in the end. Carl's has to knock out for a throw-in.
4 minutes.
That's 4 minutes, and we're 20 seconds away from that, moving into that time. Back here for Reagan to take the throw-in. Launch it forward. Headed on by Hall. And headed by Comrie again, but it will just go back to Townsend. Watson really running to get into his wide left position, and Townsend's going to look for that now, but it's going to go more in the middle. Headed away. Turner then puts it out to the right to Charlesworth. Takes the touch. Over to O'Connor, tries to get out to right to Crook. Crook seemingly got the physical betterment there, but then I think he came off from last and it's gone out for a throw-in. 30 seconds gone of added time. Back for Reagan now. Launches it forward. O'Connor heads it back away, then return to in. Turner forward. Crook will bring it down. First time pass look for Watson, but intercepted. Nice idea though, as it goes out to Huff. Knocks it over the top. Yeah, one for Chris Smith to deal with. Gundry clears it away. Matthew's onto it first, and it's going to be Huff again. Back in the middle now for Furman. Furman continuing with it over to the left to Hall. Hall putting the cross in towards the far post, head away by Smythe to the edge of the area. Turner knocks it on. Watson tries to get a touch, but well read there by Neil to get away. But then a big boot forward, and Thomas Paul's going to try and get to it. So's Watson. Pull this up. Watson's going to put forward. Watson trying to get through, but he ain't really got the speed there. He gets a stumble, pushing his back, nothing given, and now the free kick is given. Thomas Paul's going to be on this one. Jordan Barnett will wish he's still on the pitch. He's known for taking quite a good few free kicks. He said it's going to be Thomas Poole. A chance to send Brackenmore into delirium. A minute and 40 seconds. Also standing over the ball is Connor Smythe, who has scored a few goals for Cleethorpes Town before moving here. Depends whether it's going to be the right foot or left foot. Left foot of Smythe, right foot of Poole potentially. Few options here. Sit quite deeply, some of the Warrington defence I've noticed. Red comes, Poole will take it, hits the wall. It's disappointing in the end. Poole flicks it back, looking for Marshall, but headed away by Furman. Back to O'Connor, tries to take the touch, but clear away. Now it's a chance for a counter-attack. Hall bursting down the left. Charlesworth looking to meet him. Hall trying to take it past Charlesworth for the touch. Charlesworth reads it. Back to Townsend. Townsend short out, but it's a poor one. No one took responsibility for it. And now Rylands trying to get the ball back, but it will be back to Townsend. 3 minutes gone of added time now. 1 to go. Townsend, he's looking for the runner Watson here, but it's going to fall short. That's the left nose there for it. Watson, a gamble going forward. Goes to Smith. Can't get past Watson, out for a throw-in. Does look like we're heading towards a 0-0 here, but a well-contested 0-0. Certainly not the ball one. Stocksbridge will rue some missed chances that could have gone on 3 points here. Ball forward. Headed away by Smythe. Look for Marshall. Cleared away. Gundry heads it right back. Then return into the middle. Turner, hesitates, late collection. Free kick Stocksbridge. Could this, it's a free kick just inside Stocksbridge half, but Townsend's going to come up and take it. And we've seen the Steel score from situations like it. 20 seconds to go. This could be the last action of the game. We did have the end right at the end of the first half through Luke Rawson. Should have probably taken it, but in the end, it's going to come down to this. A free kick on the halfway line. Be taken towards the far side, looking for Gundry. Headed into the box, falls, edge of the area. Gundry trying to knock it into the box, then cleared away. Hey, O'Connor heads it back the area, edge of the area. Reagan heads it away, out to the left. Hall boots it out. We are beyond the 4 minutes, as Charlesworth will deal with that, and he can only boot it out for a throw-in. I expect the full-time whistle to go any minute now. Smith takes the throw-in. Out towards Hardcastle to the corner, back to Smith. Tackle from Crook going in. and then O'Connor passes it out to Marshall. Marshall will send it down the line, but then cleared away by Reagan to Turner, who wins that ball down, looking for Watson to chase, and it's Smith trying to chase it. Smith heads it out way. Reagan will clear it, took a block off a Steel player, and that is it for the game. It's another 0-0 draw for Steels, their second of the season. With results elsewhere, I believe that will put us into the bottom 3, which is a disappointment, but has been a positive result, really, because Warrington are second in the table going into this. And Stocksbridge did have the better chances. Luke Rawson, Jack Watson could have won this game. In the end, the Steels will have just the home point. I've been Adam Allcroft. We're sponsored by R&R, Car and Van Hire. We will see you for the next game on Monday against, as we're away.